Learn to stand for yourself, learn to stand for your values, learn to stand for what you believe in. Hi guys, welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Terry. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for the support. And if you haven't subscribed, I'm giving you a moment to subscribe. Thank you. So today I just want to talk about some small goals you can have in your life that will automatically improve the quality of your life. You know, someone told me I come here give you big goals about New Year's resolutions, but this year I'm just giving you some small tips on how to improve the quality of your life. And imagine, like 90% of these tips don't cost you a dime. They are not, you don't buy them, you don't subscribe, they're just habits you can cultivate. First thing, work out. Have a routine of working out. And working out is not going to the gym. I'll do a video on some workout tips, but working out is not going to the gym. Have a way to move your body. Like you can do 10 to 20 to 30 minutes per day. That is enough. So in 2025, have a plan to regularly, the Kikuyu in me, move your body. So that is tip number 1. Tip number 2, have some good sleep hygiene. I know most of you out here are not sleeping. You just work like 10 hours. You go to party like 8 hours, like you sleep for 3 hours. Please have some sleep hygiene. On the bare minimum, sleep for 6 hours. 6 to 8 hours is okay for your body to recover, for you to be energetic the following day and everything. So if you haven't been checking on your sleep hygiene, please do that. The other tip is journal. Write down your thoughts. You know, there is this time I was in therapy and I was telling my therapist I feel so good that I come here, I talk to you, and I feel like I have released a lot. And she told me the best way you can feel like you're talking to yourself is to journal. Write down how you're feeling. Try to process what you're feeling. You know, most of us, even out here, you're so mad, you feel some kind of way, but you cannot put it in words. But the moment you journal, it helps you to process those thoughts, to think how you're feeling, to try put it in words, and it becomes easier for you to process those thoughts. So if you have not been journaling is where you write about how you felt today, what made sense, what didn't make sense, how you're feeling at that particular moment. And I have been a culprit of just journaling the good days. When a day goes well, I'll come, journal, write how the day went, how I felt so energetic, how everything worked out. But the day kimeumana, I'll not write anything. And I know that is not the right way to do it. So in 2025, I want to journal more. I want to write how I'm feeling more. And I encourage you also to do that. The other tip, be in the moment. You know, we are living in a very rushed world. Like, you're always thinking about the next thing you're supposed to do. I'm supposed to finish this, do this, and you're not able to enjoy the moment. So if you're meeting with a friend, toka kwa simu, wachana na mambo ya online, talk to that friend, connect, be in that moment. So if you're resting, don't be resting and then you're thinking about a million things that you're supposed to do. Oh, I've not done this. So please, in everything you're doing, be in the moment. Tulia tu, just be in that moment, enjoy the moment, and when you move to the next thing, be in that moment. That is the best way you can be able to experience life, because you're missing on so many moments, because you're always on the rush, you're always thinking of what to do next, of which deadline to beat next. So please, in 2025, we are being in the moment. So if it's a sweet moment, don't think of when it ends, what will I do? Please, in everything you do, be in the moment. My other tip, stand for yourself. Like, I know I know in this current world, we have said that so many times that, ladies, how many of you can go to the salon? The salonist is not doing the thing you showed her on the phone. Maybe you had an inspo on the phone, umemonyesha, I want my hair to be done this and this, and they're going the wrong direction. And you're not talking. You're just there seated in that discomfort, just looking at the way your hair is being done, and you cannot stand for yourself. Please learn to stand for yourself. Learn to stand for things that you value. You know, there is something I've noticed with myself. I've been downplaying the things I value. So if I tell you I value something and maybe it doesn't make sense to you, and then you come to me, oh, that is, and I'll say like, yeah, it doesn't make much sense. But nowadays I've come to learn, if something is of importance to me, like I value that thing is high on my list, I'll not downplay it because someone else is not valuing it in that moment, ama they don't see why I should be valuing that thing. Learn to stand for yourself. Learn to stand for your values. Learn to stand for what you believe in, because you cannot always be meshed up with people. Like, if someone thinks like this, you go that direction. If another person thinks like this, you go to that direction. Learn to be your own self. Learn to stand for yourself, and on that, learn to say no. Most of us don't know how to say no. A friend calls you, can we meet up? You want to have a million reasons why you shouldn't meet up, and you can just say no. And I have come to learn that you can say no without explaining. You can just say no, I cannot make it, just that. But most of us, we're in this cycle, like, no, you know, my mom called, there was an emergency, I have to do this, I have to do this. Imagine you have the freedom to just say no, and not explain. I know there are instances, this does not promote ignorance, like you can just tell everyone no and not tell them the reason. There are some instances, there are people who are close to you, like you can go a step further to explain, but you don't need to explain your no's to each and every person. You don't need to explain your no's to each and every person. Learn to say no and learn to stand for yourself. The last one, if you're in a position to, go to therapy. If you are in a position to, if you can be able to afford therapy, please go for it. Therapy is such a liberating journey. You get to know yourself. You know, sometimes I just sit with myself and I'm like, ata mimi sijijui. I don't know myself that well. So when you go to therapy, it's just so good to have someone, a professional, take you through the journey. You experience yourself to another new level. So many things make sense to you. You get to understand why you do some things that you have been doing. Like, therapy is so liberating, and I would highly, highly, highly recommend for anyone. So if you're in a position to, go to therapy, get to know yourself, get to know why you behave the way you behave, get to know your triggers, it's a very beautiful journey. Imagine a journey that you get to meet yourself all over again, to experience yourself all over again. I would highly recommend therapy in 2025. Thank you so much for watching. If you're up to this point and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and see you on my next video.